Welcome back. Welcome back. This is the sequel, which basically means more of the same, except in poorer quality. So, here we go. In case you've forgotten, to solve a quadratic equation by factoring, you must set each equation equal to 0, factor completely, set each factor equal to 0, and solve. So there's your 3 steps in case you forget. So let's set this equal to 0. Notice my x squared is positive. Now, personally, I like to keep it that way. So I'm going to cancel everything on the right. I'm going to cancel everything on the right and move everything over to the other side. When I cancel these, that's going to leave me with a big fat 0. So I'm going to have x squared minus x minus 30 equals 0. Okay? So there we go. Set each equation equal to 0. Done. Now, here we go. Let's factor. It says factor completely. So it's quadratic. So let's go ahead and factor this. So a times c. b goes on the bottom. I'm going to do 6 times 5 is 30. I need a negative 6. Negative 6 plus 5 is negative 1. Negative 6 times 5 is negative 30. My a value is 1. So it goes on top. Alright, 1x minus 6. 1x plus 5 equals 0. Set each factor equal to 0. Oops, got ahead of myself. And solve. So my solution is going to be x equals 6 and x equals negative 5. I'm going to put it in set notation. So 6 and negative 5 are my solutions. Don't forget, solutions, if it's quadratic, don't forget where they're located. Don't forget, solutions are known as roots. They're also known as zeros. They're also known as x-intercepts. Do not forget, they're all the same thing. Alright, I changed this problem to a difference of 2 squares. Make sure you know your perfect squares. So, 36 breaks down to 6 times 6. X squared, x times x. 1 plus, 1 minus, and 100 breaks down to 10 times 10. Okay, so we're going to set each factor equal to 0. We're going to solve this, so we're going to subtract 10, divide by 6. So we're going to have negative 10 6. Or, reducing that, negative 5 thirds. Okay, let's do the other one. Add 10, divide by 6. Positive 10 6 reduces to 5 thirds. Set notation, my set is negative 5 thirds and positive 5 thirds. Those are my solutions, or my roots. Okay, number 3. Set each factor equal to 0. Well, if I take 2 and I set it equal to 0, can't solve that. So we ignore the 2. So we take the other factor, set it equal to 0, x equals -1. So our solution is -1. Now, this is linear. This is linear. Believe it or not, this is going to go through -1 on the x-axis because it's a solution, so it's a root. It's an x-intercept. Yes, even for linear. Okay, last one. So another type of problem that we've been factoring, 5x cubed plus 25x squared minus 10x. So I'm going to factor out a 5. We got 3 x's here, 2 x's here, and 1 x here. So the most I can take from each is 1. Dividing, 5x cubed divided by 5x is x squared. 3 minus 1 is 2. 5 divided by 5 is 1. Okay, 25x squared divided by 5x is 5x. 2 minus 1 is 1. 25 divided by 5 is 5. Okay, and then 10x divided by 5x is just 2. Okay, so if I try to factor this, this is a no-go. Cannot factor this. You can try to do the x factor on this, but it will not work. This is the type of factor that we would have to use the quadratic formula for. So we're going to save that for later. But what we can do is we can set the first factor equal to 0 and x is equal to 0. So we know that one of the solutions is 0. But we'd have to put this into the quadratic formula in order to find those two factors or those two solutions, and we'll do that later. All right? Talk to you later. Quadratic formula. X equals -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. Are you still awake? Wake up. Over 2a. A is 1, b is 5, c is -2. We would plug it in, and you're going to get 2 answers. All right. See you guys later.